Good morning, everyone. My name is Matt. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Thank you for checking it out. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate your continued support. Today, we are taking a look at our tree world and making a new addition. This one is going to be a willow tree, as I got a little something planned coming up, and you're going to see a lot of these additions in the future. Well, I say a lot, but I mean like 4. I got something planned in the future that requires some new trees, so I figured that I would just kind of build them on here. So this is going to be a willow tree. So we're using the spruce wood and then dark oak plank stuff because they complement each other very well. The colors are fairly close, and so that is what we want. We're going to start with kind of a larger base going up, but not too big and not too symmetrical. So we're just having some of this going around and not making it a square also. And maybe some in the ground for like roots. And then it's just gonna kind of go up. Maybe this tree is arching back. Like that. And put in something like that there, so it's clear that it's bending back a little bit. And yeah, maybe it'll bend this way. So we're gonna bring a little bit of this up, and then blend this together so it looks like it's going smoother up. And that'll be like that. That there. That's pretty close to the trunk of the tree that we want. Maybe a little bit of a point down here. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And then for the leaves, we're going to start by making kind of a circle on the top. We're going to have 3, and then going out. So it's not quite a circle, it's more like 2 rectangles overlaid on top of each other. And we'll mess it up a bit more later. But then we're going to come down and put in these corners on the layer below it. And we're using jungle leaves because they have a little bit more of a lighter color. The leaves and the Spanish moss hanging down on them are quite light in color. And so I'm trying to replicate that, and I may go through with some lime later and add in some stuff. So once we have this little hat for our tree, this is where we start to slow down on going out and focus on going down. And of course, it looks pretty terrible right now because of how straight shaped it is, but we will 100% come through later and mess it up more. Now here is where you determine how far down you want your leaf. It kind of looks like a bell. How far down you want it to go. I want this to hang pretty low, and the vines growing will help with that. But I'm going to take this down maybe 1 or 2 more layers. And then just every 2 layers going out 1 more. Once you get your leaves to about where you want them, we are going to start messing this up. You know, take some, lower some areas, raise some areas, make it look like it wasn't just made by you, like it was made and grown more so than it was made, I guess. Because of the tree leaning this way, we're going to have more on this side than we're going to have on this side, so it's going to be a bit lower, it's going to be a bit chunkier over here, you know, a little thicker. We want our tree like thick with, you know, a good 4 or 5 C's. Once you have it all roughed up, this is where you're going to put in the defining characteristics of the Weeping Willow. These hangy downy bits, as I'm going to refer to them as. You know, just kind of going down around where the tree canopy bottoms out, and not everywhere, just in some places. Some maybe 2 or 3, and then some just 1. just giving it more life and characteristics of the tree. And then you can also do them at angles, so they're connected on the side or by a point, such as something like that, and have this come down. And then to kind of aid with those, you could just pop a thing on the side like that, and even maybe something like that. Again, we're focusing on having them lower in the back, as that is the way the tree is weighing towards. Yeah, we're just putting in these little guys, these little Tetris shapes kind of around, making it look nice and how we want it to go. And once you're good with your little hangy downy bits, always cool to put some vines around. These will act as our Spanish moss, and just give a little bit more bulk to the tree and some places that things can hang down on. Once you're happy with that, we might actually go and put in some glass panes on some of the bottoms of these. Alternating green and lime. You don't have to do all of them, just a few. And the great thing about the glass panes is they don't actually connect to trees or to leaves. That can be really good, but also really bad, depending on what kind of a tree you're making. And then we'll just have a few sticking out. That'll give a very nice look to it. Like there's more stuff there, there's more bulk on said tree. And again, alternating our green and our lime. After that, you're going to add in some carpet. Again, green and lime. This can be moss on the tree, if you want it to be. Just kind of putting it on the spaces that you can. Like that. Or it can also be some more leaves and such. Just kind of going around, once again, alternating lime and green. The lime really sticks out, so you don't need as much as or it concentrated in more places. I would do more green than lime, personally. But, you know, hey, it's your tree, so do whatever you think looks the best. No one is going to stop you. If you're happy with it, you know, that's great. I succeeded in my job of educating you on just some tips and styles that you can use. And that's all I really want to do. If you want to... sorry about that. If you want to fill this up a bit more, feel free to add some wool. This will give a little bit of a softer look to the inside. And then you can even come through and add branches on the lower bits using a fence. Maybe this fence comes up like that. Nah, maybe not, because then it would connect here. So let's pull this fence over this way. And then we'll have this little branch coming over here. It's being a little weighed down. The main takeaway with this tree in particular is down. You want everything kind of being pulled towards the ground, which is kind of hard in Minecraft. You know, there's not really a source of gravity that's consistent, because in the real world I couldn't, you know, just place wool, what is that, 20 meters in the air? That doesn't work at all. So keeping that bit of realism is very important, and it's okay to have some branches that don't have much on them, because, you know, maybe they're just dead branches that haven't been pruned or fallen off yet. That's totally okay. You know, trees got dead branches sometimes. Then we're just gonna add in maybe another branch going this way, but maybe not, because that's there. So maybe we're not gonna do that. Then just a bit around, kind of like roots going down. But actually, maybe a branch this way, over here. I like that. And we're gonna layer in the leaves more. Yep. And so when you look on the inside, it's not just a mass of leaves laid upon a big stick. It actually has some more character, some more life to it. So there it is, actually the final one. I got a bit carried away thinking it was the end there, but no, this is how I want mine to look. And, you know, remember, you can do whatever you want. If you want your tree to have more leaves and vines and glass, dude, heckin' go for it. Like, no one's gonna stop you. I'm certainly not. Because it's all a matter of creative outlet and making it look how you want your world to be. I'm sorry to say, but that just about wraps this video up. Thanks for joining me. I really do hope you had fun. Stay safe, and until next time, good night.